Okay, today we're gonna install a rear differential breather. Got this from Z1 Off-Road. Already opened the package. It came with 2 zip ties. I'm gonna open this part. This, I'm gonna call it a exhaust tube, and then some clamps, and then some adapters to get it from the rear differential to, we're gonna be putting this in the back of the tail light. So that's what comes with it. I think to get the tail light off, all we need is a Phillips head screwdriver. At least that's all you needed on the Gen 2. We'll see how this works on my Gen 3. When I tried taking my tail light off on my Altima, 2020 Nissan Altima, it actually cracked the housing a little bit just because the way the tabs are in there holding it in. So I'm hoping those tabs aren't similar on this Gen 3. So I'll take a look and see how we get this installed. I'm hoping all we have to do is unscrew that screw and that screw, and then this taillight housing will pop right out. I'll get up under the truck and show you where the rear differential is and why we're doing this. Okay, so on these Gen 3s at least, there is a little bit extra work here than just unscrewing those 2 screws. So I unscrewed them near the back of the tailgate, and then if you can see, there's a little, well, you can't see. You can see there's a extra little pin. There's another pin up top here. This one was easy enough to just pull out in my hand. I ended up getting a just a rag and a tool to try to just wedge in here. But you can just see how far from the bottom of the headlight or the tail light it is, and you just kind of wedged a little plastic pry tool in there and it popped right out. I didn't ever feel like it was putting it in a strange bind that made me think it was gonna break anything. So a little extra work there to pull out that tail light. So this is our rear locking differential, and there's a breather port right there in the middle. And when you're off-roading and maybe getting in the mud or the water, that can become clogged, and then your differential over time can get dirty and not be able to breathe correctly. And so what people will do is what I'm about to do is remove that cap and install an exhaust or this tube up to the frame and then up the rear of the truck into the tail light housing. And so I'm going to try to remove that tail light and start this install. Plan is to run that tube up through here and then maybe just zip tie it to something back here, just so that it's not dangling. But there's a pretty nice size hole for the bulb, the light bulb wiring to come through, so I'll just slip that breather mod in there. So looking at the hardware that Z1 provides, this is sort of what, like the piece that's currently in there in the rear differential. You can see it just kind of is loose and allows air to go in and out. So that's going to be what's actually here behind the tail light. And so that'll go on one end, and they provide you a cable clamp to keep that snug. And then this, I'm going to unscrew what's currently down there and then screw this in, and then attach the hose and the clamp to that. So I'm going to get up under and do that. Does look like we're going to need a wrench to at least tighten what's coming from Z1, and then I'm assuming what's down there we're going to need to loosen it up with one of these. So I just brought an 11 and 13 millimeter wrench just in case, but I think it's going to be a 12. Okay, so this actually ended up being a 14 millimeter. So always fun to get back from underneath the truck and dig for some wrenches. So I'm just trying to loosen this up and install the next one. Okay, got the old breather off, and I'm just going to use some pliers to loosen this up. Come on. All right, so I'm going to just butt this down a little bit. And that way when I get up under there, I'll just install this first and then slip it over and then cinch it down so that it's easier to twist on, so it's not connected to this tube right away. Okay, I'm just hand tightening this as far as I can, and then I will use the 12mm wrench to tighten it. Okay, so I've got this installed and then I've got the tube attached, so I'm gonna just use some pliers to cinch that down. Okay, so the kit came with 2 zip ties. I'm probably gonna just have to go in my stash and get some more because I'm thinking I'm gonna give it some slack like you would a brake line and zip tie it to some other wires and cords I have running through here, because then it's got to follow the frame. Sorry for all the movement. It's got to follow the frame and then make it to that hole. So I imagine I'll probably zip tie it to some other stuff I've got here once or twice and then run it over and just zip tie it to the lighting kit and head towards that hole. Okay, so it's zip tied twice underneath there, just next to some cables. I've got it running through the hole here with the electrical wiring, and this is how much slack I have, so there's gonna be some slack in here. What I think I'm gonna do is get this zip tied somewhere in here, maybe on one of these holes, just sitting up, and then any extra slack I'm just gonna zip tie underneath the truck somewhere. So I'm just going to get this onto the tube first. Install this piece. Tighten it up. I don't think anything goes in those holes. Got that there, and that one there. Yeah, I don't see anything that's supposed to attach there, so what I'll think I'll do is zip tie it like that, and that should keep it secured. Okay, I've got that nicely secured. I'm just going to go ahead and reinstall the tail light. I know this cable's supposed to snap in there, I just don't see where they're supposed to go right now, and hopefully it won't make too much rattling noise. If it does, I'll get back in there. Okay, that is there. And then I'm just going to reinstall the screws that you didn't see me take out in the first place. I think using a ratchet on this would save your wrist a little. Okay, that's it. So you need a little bit more tools than I thought. I thought I'm just need a screwdriver, but need a little tool to get the tail light out, some pliers, and then my pile of wrenches. I just ended up needing a 14mm to get the old breather off, and then a 12 to get the new one from Z1 on. Hope this was helpful. Been wanting to do this for a while. Just looks like an easy fix for something that could be a lot of trouble down the line. So if it was helpful for you, feel free to comment, tell me what I did wrong, like and subscribe, because any little bit helps. Thanks, till next time.